Budmo, as you might be aware by now, is the online expert in terms of spare parts. If you want a spare part for your vehicle, they have it in their list. They have the most extensive spare parts catalog, right from the most affordable small car to the top of the line luxury car, you name the car, and they have the spare parts for it. And the best point is that they have the spare parts from a host of different component makers and different price segments for the same spare part. So if you want to buy a cheaper part from a different maker or a more expensive part from a different component maker, they have the option for you.
Hi guys, welcome to Ashish Masi Cars once again, and today we are going to review the Nissan Magnite XL variant. This will be a proper walk around and an overview. We will see what are the features and how the interior and exterior looks like, and also all the features and what all are the rest of the variants available in this car. First of all, let me tell you that the Nissan Magnite comes in XE, XV, XL and XV Premium. Besides these four variants, there is an optional variant with Tech Pack. When we check out the front profile, how will we differentiate between this variant and the base variant? So we know that by a basic difference. So the factor with which you can differentiate is that the skid plate given here is in a silver tone, and on the other it comes in black tone, and you may call it a skid plate for namesake, but it's not a genuine one. Take a look here at the headlight unit. There's a halogen light unit along with a reflector. Here's the clear lamp, turn indicators, and here you might be able to see the halogen light. Taking you below to a nice chrome finish design here, which looks like a DRL, but it is not one. The fog lamp unit here has been left empty just like the base variant, and a silver treatment there. And here also you will get to see a signature Nissan grille, which is exactly given in the base trim and the one above it. Let me take you to the side profile, and how can you differentiate the side profile with the base variant is that firstly, the steel wheels are fully blacked out. 195 by 60 radial 16-inch tires with McPherson struts, and above here you see the plastic cladding. Plastic cladding has been offered throughout the body. Nissan Magnite badge has been given here, and over here is the ORVM in piano finish with an integrated turn indicator which has been made electrically adjustable. The window area is quite huge on offer here, which has been largely designed horizontally. On the top, you see roof rails along with a center antenna, because inside it a 2-DIN system has been introduced. Now, as I let you have a look from the rear profile, this is how the vehicle looks like. From the back, this is only how you can differentiate, and that is this silver finishing which is not available in the base variant. 4 parking sensors are available in the base variant and a reflector as well. Here is the Nissan Magnite badge, and on this side, split tail lamps are on offer. Roof spoiler looks something like this, and here is the high mounted stop lamp, the defogger here, and the wiper set you can see here. Now let us access the boot, and this is how the wheels look like, and wheel caps have been introduced which are looking really good. Split seats on offer here, which can be split in 60:40 ratio, and here you can see a hook. However, still the illumination light is not offered in the boot. The boot measures 336 liters, which is quite a sufficient boot space. A plastic or a parcel tray has been given here, and a grab handle over here. So let me now close it and go and check out the interiors and see the changes. When you open the front door, you will get to see dual tone treatment in the upholstery below the window, just like in the base variant. The speaker set over here, here's the bottle holder, and here is the grab holder. Now the key fob is something like this. So the key fob now comes with a keyless entry, but this is not a passive keyless entry. And the seats come with the same fabric, 4-way adjustable, not 6-way adjustable seats. ABC pedals somewhat like this. Let us sit inside and check out the interior. The instrument cluster is the same as the base variant, which is also seen in the Renault Triber. On the left is the tachometer, and on the right is the temperature gauge and fuel gauge. In between is the speedometer that is fully digital. The Nissan badge here, and this time over here are steering mounted controls. This is nice. I really like it. A small 4 button is given here, here, the steering wheel gets dual tone treatment, and the AC vents offered here look something like this with dual tone treatment here as well. So yes, if I talk about this, it's a 2-din system and the buttons you see here are quite loosed out. But anyway, these here are the FM controls to toggle between different FM channels. The back button here, telephone, menu, media, etc. all given here. Many buttons are provided here in the infotainment system, but we can't really call it a proper infotainment system because it lacks main connectivity systems. It only gets Bluetooth and aux connections. No Android Auto or Apple CarPlay, etc. Here is the lock unlock button, hazard light switch here, and the defogger unit you'll get to see here. The AC controls are here, auto switches here, different modes of AC and the defogger unit. There is some spacing given here and some additional space here as well. A 12-volt DC supply is offered here, and over here are spaces for can and bottle holder. The glove box is fitted here and it is quite deep enough to easily store things. I really love this glove box personally because different slots are provided. For example, I have kept a register here, a slot for register or diaries, a wallet section and a separate pen holder slot. The IRVM given here is a regular one. The door lights are here. The sun visor gets card holder. A microphone is over here, and on this side you'll get to see a mirror. The grab handle is on this side, no grab handle on the driver's side. And for now, let me switch this off and go to the rear seat and check out what all are actually offered in the rear section of this vehicle. You might be able to see the headlight leveler over here. Here you get traction control also in this variant. Let's go out to check the space in the rear section. Although in the previous trim, I had told you how the spacing has been given here. So it's a dual tone treatment here. The door opener also is in a silver finish this time, and here also you see silver finishing. Here you will get to see a bottle holder and a speaker set. While entering, I don't find any problem and I am offered a good amount of legroom here. Besides, the floor hump is almost negligible. There's not much floor hump here. If you take a look here, the shoulder room is very sufficient. There's a vanity light over here. Here, along with a grab handle, a coat hook has been provided and a bottle holder is given here. Rear AC vents are not offered in any of its variants. Nice under thigh support, nice shoulder room, reclinable head restraint, a quarter mirror is given over there, the shareable vanity light here. So there are many things on offer. Look at the interior, guys. Looks really good. Whichever interiors you come across, they look really sorted. And in terms of the fit and finish, I think it could have been improved. Over here you get an armrest. Let me open it. This comes with a mobile holder and a can holder as well. Okay, now let's go, guys. Let me go out and show you the exteriors once again. This is how the exterior and looks would be like with the dual tone bumper, and yes, it looks quite sexy. What are your thoughts on this vehicle? Actually, about this variant? You can tell me in the comments section below. You can also tell me which one of all the features you like the most in the Nissan Magnite. Talking of Nissan Magnite's competition, its direct rival are hatchbacks. In terms of price, it would be hatchback and sedans to be precise. And if you go to buy the turbo variant, then gradually its rivalry is with compact SUVs. And if you go for the automatic variant, then it mostly rivals the mid-level crossovers and SUVs, etc. Because the CVT it offers is really good. I have even driven the CVT and I really loved it. It has very less rubber band effect and it certainly offers you a peace of mind and a hassle-free drive experience. So I hope you found this video useful enough. Do let us know any negatives or positives you found in this video and share your feedback in the comment section. Until we come back with another new video, take care of yourself, stay tuned, stay connected and please do subscribe. Bye-bye.